holy curds. I've just spent all my money on water and shit, but, you know, whatever. I am thirsty, so, makes sense. I actually need to start buying Adreno and shit to heal. If I was being sensible, but I'm not being sensible.
I shipped with a merc who had a gun like yours, Mioka. He polished it, banged to it, left with it. Not like that.
Okay. We need to go back to the iconoclasts and turn this shit in. And we need to ignore Graham, and it's the other chick, because she'll work with Sanjar. That I remember this vague. You have to get them to have a peace meeting, but they both try and fuck each other over, and you have to talk them down, and it gets significantly harder the more it goes on. So we're at Stellar Base South. We've just got to make this 500-meter hike.
Reminds me of the crew cabin on one of my first ships.
You'll get used to it. Give it 10 or 15 years.
What if we ignore the road? This is going to be a mistake. Well, there's a raider ambush here. What if we ignore the raider ambush? I just want this turned in. There's the commander. I believe there should have been a third body. Fuck it, I don't care. Ignore the sulfur pits. Ignore the sulfur pits. Don't start walking into them and screaming, get it off, get it off. You fucking cunt. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Fuck. Huh? Where's your mate? Or can I just freely ignore you? Can I go through here to get to there? I think so, but it's going to be rough. Please, people behind me, please don't walk through goddamn acid pools. Especially the one of you that's the fucking...
Okay.
guide. There's someone here. I don't think this is a sneakable route somehow. I'd like it to be. Please be. 78 meters to get there. I don't know what that was. What was that button? Making a run for Iconoclast territory and you can't stop me. Right. Right. I feel like it's been rough. I feel like it's been a struggle. But I feel like we've made some real progress in this episode. Even if it's been slow going. I mean...
Ah, crazy town. Never change.
The folks in Amber Heights always manage to find a bottle or two of the good stuff. Keen scavengers, I tell you.
Up we go. Hey, Zora.
What? Sorry. Long day.
Hey, Graham.
If you'll just listen...
No! No more listening. No more preaching. We are losing people left and right. We need to act.
Enough, Zora. I'm not putting the torch to innocent people. Do you want to bring the board's cruisers and gunships down on us? Captain, apologies, but our situation grows dire. Our people talk of foolish endeavors. What news do you bring?
If there are gunships, they sure didn't stop me from landing here.
They are armed all the same. All they need is a good reason, and war is one such reason.
Okay, well the printing press is all yours.
Excellent.
Did you find the Van Nuys?
Yes, the Van Nuys are on their way back.
Thank the Eternal.
We're one step closer to bringing the truth to every man, woman, and child in Halcyon.
You need to stop it with this,
This
dude.
plan's brilliance is in its subtlety. For the time being, let us cease our activities on the tower, lest we bring premature attention upon us. I have much to do, articles to write, sermons to ponder. We live in such an exciting time. Let's talk later.
Yeah.
Hey, I need to see to the wounded, but drop by the clinic when you can. I want a word.
The problem with this is we're going to have to run back and forth between
Ah!
here and there.
Hey,
Yeah, Zora's not going to talk to us here. Yeah, we need to... I don't even know. Is this your clinic? This is a bar. Yes, that's locked, and yes... Why are you just sat there with lockpicks there, dude? Right. This is it. This is how we get both sides of the bargain.
nice day, huh? For Monarch, anyway.
So,
Hey, Captain. I need your help, and we ought to keep it hush-hush.
yep.
You know about what happened here, right? The history of Amber Heights?
Famous pirate raid, right? A little messy for my tastes, but those guys were in and out like pros.
Right. Common belief is that the pirates fled to an old relay station that had already been abandoned, but nobody could find them. The station's locked up, but one of my people found an old data cartridge in a nearby rat nest. It's mostly corrupted, but I pulled a couple codes off of it. One is the code to the Amber Heights gate. I don't recognize the other, but it's similar. I bet it opens a door.
The Amber Heights gate.
Right. The access codes to Amber Heights. What gets me is, if this belonged to the pirates, that means they knew someone there. If someone gave them the gate code, all those deaths, Captain, all that blood is on their hands.
Why are we keeping this to ourselves?
Graham isn't fond of talking about the history here. He had friends who worked here. The massacre hit him pretty
I can
hard.
see where this is going.
You know him. Live and let live and all that. I don't want to burden him right now, especially if this ends up being a dead end.
A random door code doesn't sound useful.
I know it's a long shot, but if we miss something there, if you can get into that station, maybe we can get some answers.
Okay, go to the relay station, see if the code's useful. Anything else?
Just a warning. The area's infested with mantisaurs. I'd send some help, but we're, preparing for war.
Right, I'm on it.
Appreciate it. Here's the code. If it works, bring back anything you find. Supplies are best, but information's good too. If someone was behind the Amber Heights massacre, It'd give a lot of people around here some closure to find out who and string them up.
It's Graham, if I remember
luck.
correctly.
Watch out for the Taros.
The Taros don't do anything, so where is the... Where's the relay station? Oh. At the base of the mountain.
Welcome back.
Okay. And... it's there? I'm not 100% sure where this wants me to go.
If I never...
Good luck in all that you do.
Any thoughts, anyone? We need to expose Graham for what he did, get him expelled. So where does it want me to go? For the... oh. Halfway up the fucking mountain. And I'm there. Okay. Sorry, I'm debating something in my head here. I think we have to... No, that doesn't work either. Shit. Why would it be halfway up the goddamn fucking mountain of doom that I can't physically do? 'Cause it's a... Can't believe we're actively running out of Adreno as well. Right. Save. Where on the map? Sucker bait. From Fallbrook, right. So we're at Stella.
Some crew members are causing a disturbance on the ship.
Yeah, we're at Stella Bay. Okay. We turn this into Sanja. Everything involves climbing this fucking mountain of doom, dude, and I don't want to do it. We're nearly max level as well. I think they got leveling wrong, and I think they got their difficulty wrong. And I think it's a shame, because I think this is a good, fun game. There's a couple of things with it that annoy me. There's no third person. There's no third-person mode at all in this, other than the idle cam. I think that's a mistake. Your character's not voiced. I think that's a mistake.
Well, I see you've had a sobering effect on our friend Nyoka.
Sir, please stop.
Forgive me, Celia. I couldn't help myself. Anyway, what can I do for you?
I found your review on a terminal in the arms building.
You weren't supposed to look. I asked you to delete it.
Sorry, it was already open.
Oh, yes. No doubt someone else was having a laugh at my expense before you. This has been my albatross. The great shame of my career. I give MSI everything. My work, my youth, my left kidney, and for years, I was a joke to them.
Your left kidney?
One of the executives required a transplant.
He's lucky they didn't want a liver or a heart.
I thought volunteering to donate might improve my prospects.
Did it?
Apparently not.
Who cares what they think? You're in charge now.
In charge of a scrap heap of a city. Abandoned by the board and surviving only through the hypocrisy of our trading partners.
And you've made it work. That's more than anyone can say for those execs.
I hadn't thought of it that way. But perhaps there's something to that. Thank you for that. Was there something else?
I need MSI to stop broadcasting. You're jamming Devil's Peak Station.
You're just as rigid as the old executive committee. Why, we've hardly been able to get a clear message out until recently.
When Graham finally shut up.
It isn't easy keeping a town like Stellar Bay afloat, especially without the board's backing. We need that frequency to reach our trading partners.
There must be another way for you to do business.
Indeed. That's why it's imperative that MSI be reinstated onto the board. And the first step is getting the Bolt 52.
Well, okay, give him the Bolt 52. I found the cartridge and deleted that data for you.
Oh, yes. I'm going to be up all night with this. All those blanks waiting to be filled, boxes waiting to be ticked.
Try to control yourself, sir.
Have you any idea how powerful this is? Corporations have been toppled with less.
How exactly is a data cartridge going to help?
What a question! Bureaucratic micromanagement is the only way anything gets done in Halcyon, and proper documentation is a key part of that. For our part, a bill of liquidation/transfer Form 52 will protect our holdings on Monarch by temporarily assigning them to a pass-through entity once we drop our bomb on the board.
Yes, finally the board will get their comeuppance.
Sort of. Really, we're just going to blackmail them into offering us a seat at the table.
But really, whatever gets you excited about the idea, it's definitely a firm middle finger.
I can get behind that.
That's what I like to hear. I have reason to believe that one of the other corporations is operating on Monarch, illegally and in secret.
Really? Most of the time they do illegal stuff out in the open. Cheaper that way.
If we can find proof, I can use that as leverage to encourage certain powers that be to accept our Bolt 52 and reinstate us on the board.
Sanjay, you sly dog.
You really think so?
Don't encourage him.
I admit I've been hatching this scheme for quite some time. Just needed someone capable to help me carry it out. If someone is operating here, then Catherine's almost certainly supplying them out of Fallbrook. Perhaps she could be convinced to tell you where they are.
Actually, I found a data cartridge with details of UDL's secret experiments.
Already? If only the rest of the colony operated as efficiently as you.
I don't know about
what a
that,
different
dude.
state we'd be in. I'll complete the Bolt 52 in no time. I dare say it'll be my second greatest achievement after the reformations.
You're getting ahead of yourself again.
So I am. Do you have this cartridge?
So... Not so fast. What are these reformations you're talking about?
I'm working on a plan to reorganize the board. Slowly, peacefully, and with meticulous documentation.
I don't know what you think you're gonna accomplish. I'd just as soon reorganize it into itty-bitty pieces with a really big gun, but you just keep being you.
You can't build anything that way. What's the point?
It's fun.
Nonsense! There's nothing more invigorating than a well-developed 10-year plan. But truly, I am getting ahead of myself. First, I need to submit the Bolt 52. With that data you're holding, of course.
Okay, here you go.
I knew there was something going on. This is exactly the proof we need. The board will have to welcome us back now. I'll transmit this data along with the completed Bolt 52 right away. After that, we'll sit back and quietly wait for the board to respond.
That means no more broadcasts from us.
I have questions about MSI in the good old days.
That I keep such meticulous notes.
So, you used to work with Graham. Why not mention that earlier?
Ah, so you've heard about our prior acquaintance.
Persuade 55. No sense being coy about it. We're partners now, aren't we?
I suppose you're right. Graham's always had a way with words. Strange as it may seem, I suspect he'd have quite the corporate career if he weren't so radical. Graham seemed like a reasonable man years ago, and we both agreed that MSI's treatment of its workers was untenable. I thought reforms would be enough. I didn't realize you wanted to abolish the corporate system entirely.
You didn't tell me that Hiram found the loophole giving MSI control of Monarch.
Well, technically he may have suggested it, but he certainly wasn't doing the paperwork himself.
I want to talk about something else.
What can I do for you?
I've got to go.
Huh?
Right. Oh, it is in here. There we go. Hey, Velma.
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but I'm up to my elbows in salt tuna guts.
Who spat in your spirits, Velma?
You notice my mood? I'm surprised you can see straight today.
I could be seeing triple and I'd still think you're being unkind. I just might find it funnier.
Will you try wrangling half a ton of dead fish with decades-old equipment and see what it does for your disposition? Anyway, what do you folks need?
I've got some bad news about Braxton.
That he's got his load on and I'm stuck covering his shift?
Give her Braxton's ID. He was killed by cannibals out in the ruins.
That's... Wow. I sure feel like an ass now.
Cheer up. Maybe now you can hire someone better.
Oh, sure. Because Monarch's just teeming with experts in the finer points of salt tuna health. Still, it's good to know what happened to him. And that I ought to start looking for a replacement. Something else on your mind?
Can we come to an arrangement on Grimm's poster?
Sure can. If you want to pay me more than Nell's offering.
Persuade 20. Help me out here. I found Braxton, didn't I?
Fair enough. The damn thing's been a headache anyway. Take the poster then. And if I never hear another word about it, it'll be too soon.
Okay, I'll talk to you later. So we've got, that was the first quest we got on this stupid fucking planet. I want my poster. We did level up though. I'll deal with that in a second. Now we need to help Zora and get rid of Graham. Hey Grim.
Have you had time to check on that poster yet? I keep wondering if it's come in.
Give him the poster. Here it is.
Would you look at that? The Rizzo's logo is nice and bright, and you can still smell the ink on Mr. Holcomb's signature.
No,
I can't thank you enough. Still, you can have the bits I was going to spend at the bar this week. And you know what? Take my old tossball blocker too. Never get the chance to use it these days.
That's that turned in. So, where's the sealed door? It's halfway up the mountain, isn't it? Yeah. So we now need to take the elevator up. Get in the unreliable. Feeling. I feel like we've made some progress for once. And by God, did we need to? We've still got to do the climb up the mountain bullshit. I'll tell you that for nothing.
Captain, Felix.
We did level up, didn't we? Okay. Five into science. Five into ranged, I think. We can now take a perk as well. That's useless because they won't revive once they're downed. Plus 100 kg carrying capacity. That's pretty good.
And the vicar are arguing again.
So now we can save. And need to fast travel to Fallbrook. Did we fast travel to Fallbrook? I don't know.
We're now in orbit above Fallbrook, Captain.
Hopefully, it saves that we're in orbit above Fallbrook, Captain. And that's pretty good. Oh, do you know what? I just saved it as I got thirsty. So let's sleep for 6 hours. And then have something to eat and drink. Now we can concentrate on doing the side quest for the, because we've dealt with MSI. We now need to get rid of Graham and put what's her face in charge, and then we can broker peace between the two. I've done this before, so I don't remember the exacts. I just remember Graham's a dick. But okay.